What's going on YouTube? We're back out here in the garage. This is the Jeep from the other day that I did the rear bumper with the tire carrier on. Told you you'd see this one again. We're getting ready to put a front bumper on it. This video I'll try to keep you guys a little more informed as to how we're going. Also thought you guys might be interested in me and what's going on here. Why am I doing all of this that you're seeing here lately? By day I work in IT as an AWS engineer for a company here where I live. I enjoy wrenching on things. Just something I grew up doing. My dad and my uncle, when I was a kid, would work on vehicles and learned a lot. My dad and I put my first vehicle, a 1980 Ford Granada. We basically rebuilt that, painted it the whole bit, and I've just continued doing my own maintenance on things, and like I said, I enjoy doing it, and so I do it for friends. Like I said, this is a friend of mine that lives here in my subdivision, and we're getting ready to put a front bumper to match her rear that we did the other day. Nothing super exciting. It's another I keep trying to decide how to pronounce this. I'm guessing it's Hooke Road. I haven't even opened that box yet, so we gotta get that open. And right now we're just running factory front bumper. I think she showed me a picture of this. It should have a winch plate, been a little push bar on it, along with the D-rings and everything. So we'll get you in here and we'll pull this bumper off. It's been a minute since I've pulled a bumper on the front. One thing I do know is that the factory front lights, a lot of your aftermarket bumpers will accept the factory front driving lights, but this bumper does not. This one just has a few, I think it's 2 per side lights. That what I'm gonna do is go ahead and use the circuit from the factory front fog lights in wiring this up. So we'll get this started. Just kind of a first look at that. Here's the lights I was talking about. You can see that through there. Light there. And a cube over here. It's got a winch plate. And there's your push bar in the front. here's our instructions. I don't have any idea if this is the part number for that bumper, or if that's the talking about just the instructions page, but yeah. Tools required, 19mm socket. Says about an hour. So there you go, 19mm socket. Oh, they're not even gonna show you any removal instructions. They're just saying to remove it. So let's go do that. What's going on, guys? So basically what we had here, let's get over there, is you've got 8 bolts that hold this bumper on. If you look back in there, you see there's one behind that wire and the other one above it, and those 2 there. And then the same thing on this side. The only problem being is you've got this vacuum, I believe it's a vacuum booster. I may not be remembering that right, but you can just see one back there, and then the other one's, if you look just through there, you can kind of see it. And then 2 out here on the end. The hardest one to get is obviously this one that's the high one on behind this thing. I've went ahead and unplugged the fog lights. Got those ready to come down. And I've also taken the clip there and the mate to it off there. So this bumper's ready to come out of here. Get it down, and we should be ready to start actually picking up where the instructions left off, because all the instructions really said was to remove it. So we'll keep moving with it. What's going on, guys? I wanted to show you, we got this bumper back up here again. This was just setting it up on the mounts, the factory bolts that came out. Well, it wasn't the factory, it came with new there was 3 studs in the bumper and then a bolt, and it all came with the bumper. For the lights, what I did is I went ahead and I cut off the factory plug, and then underneath, if I can get under here, I soldered, it's all taped up in there, but I soldered the wiring harness that was there to the existing wiring, that way that they can be turned on with the factory switch. And there you have it. You got the little squares on the end and a little bit brighter light in the middle there. That's the way it turned out. Like I said, that's all wired into the factory switch. So you just pull out on the what would have turned the factories on to begin with. So as a follow-up from the last video of doing the rear bumper, I need to get this thing spun around and get the other lights hooked up that'll get wired into the reverse lights, and then this project will be done. Like I said, you'll see this Jeep again. We've got a radio to put in this one, and I think that'll be it. And then you'll see another Jeep that we'll be doing a radio in as well. But yeah, we'll just keep moving along. So let me get this spun around. We'll get these other lights hooked up, and I'll show you that project completely finished then.